Welcome everybody. Welcome to another video. I'm your host Ted Tokes. This will be a different type of video here. This will be a new series. This series will be Stranded Deep. It's a little bit of an older game. It's had some updates. I don't know if it's still being updated or not. Anyways, that's the intro. Welcome to episode 1. Here what we have, I can only assume, is me waking up from a nap on my private jet as I'm noticing the storm outside. I ask my pilot if he wants me to take over. I should have flown my own plane. Hey, who needs sleep? Welcome to Stranded Deep, everybody. Some tips in the loading screen for all of you. We wake up in our life raft that we swam to, immediately seeing a shark circling us. Looking at the shark, probably interested in eating me, I decide to try to get to the shore. As we approach the shore, we realize we have a tutorial and tasks at the top left hand of the map. Now here I try to flip the life raft straight up sideways so that it could provide a little bit of shade in case I need it. As I was told, you need to protect yourself from the environment because it is a survival situation and a survival game. We build ourselves a spot of shade in case we can simply rotate the raft when we need it. And then we carry on completing our tasks at the top left of the screen. We notice some other resources on the beach line, like something blue and some rocks and sticks we're supposed to pick up. We notice we still need to find 2 sticks. After we pick up our sticks, we realize we have new objectives. Complete those objectives and then start working on a couple new ones we've received. We craft ourselves a basic knife, preparing ourselves to accomplish even more of the tutorial goals. As I search for some fibrous leaves, I soon come to learn that these yucca plants, they provide you with a half a dozen of them. So we collect some fibrous leaves from each of those plants. We pick up some other resources. We find this shoreline creature, and we think to ourselves, we may have food for today. We go back to collecting some resources now that we know we have energy for our utilization, in consideration that we can cook the crab correctly. We follow our food as we collect other resources. Okay folks, let's not all laugh at the same time, but I should obviously work on my hunting skills here, eh? I notice a beautiful seagull that I'm thinking I could probably eat as well. But it proceeds to fly away, and we realize maybe next time. After circling the island shoreline, we reach back to our life raft and pick up a few resources before. We chop away at another yucca plant because, well, we need the lashings. Those fibrous leaves, aka what I referred to, also known as lashings, which I can craft into rope. We collect up some more fibrous leaves so that we can craft more rope, as rope is usually something that you usually will need in survival situations. We level up our harvesting, so that's awesome. Grab up some more of the fibrous leaves before we head on to our next goal. Now we collect up some more wooden sticks. Here we collect up some cloth we find. After checking the durability of our basic knife, we try to chop ourselves a tree down so that we can get some usage out of the knife before we turn it into a refined knife. We make a jump up for the coconut, and then when we get back down on the ground, we finish chopping the tree down, and then we carry it over to our life raft on our home base. We level up our harvesting once again after cutting that tree down. Once we get over here to our campsite, we think about what we're going to do next. And we go ahead and start chopping up the palm fronds on this tree. Trying to keep track of the durability left on our knives. Now we take a look at the rest of our tasks at hand for the tutorial. We make some rope, and then we make our refined knife. Tutorial showing us how to interface with our watch is actually pretty helpful, so maybe pay attention to that part. Here we're prompted to skin our crabs for the meat, so we do so. Our next task was to build a campfire. We look around our campsite for a good place. Craft up some kindling. And we try to start up our fire to cook up our food. We throw our food on the fire. As we sit here and watch our food cook, we drop a coconut and try to open up that bad boy for a little bit of a drinky drink. We chase it down because it's apparently got more energy than me at this point. After that refreshing drink, now that we've recharged ourselves with a little bit of hydration, I step in the shade for a moment to check my watch readings. I noticed my SPFs were in the middle, so I thought I could take the risk. Either way, whether it was good or bad at that point, I could just break this coconut down here in the shade. After looking at my watch again, I wasn't really sure if the meter going up or down was good, so I decided to continue on with my goals. Attempting to advance through the tutorial even more, I realize I need some more resources for the next craftable. As I'm collecting some sticks, I level up in cooking. So I go ahead and check on my food, and then get back to collecting the resources I currently needed. I hear what I can only at that point assume was a couple of dinner bells, so I proceeded back to the campfire. Realizing my food was now cooked, I removed it from the fire, that way I didn't burn it if I could. I replaced my food slot of 2 coconuts with 2 pieces of crab meat now. And then proceed to finish collecting the sticks I currently needed to build my shelter. We collect up a couple sticks, and then we put out the fire because we don't want to waste fuel now that we already need sticks. We build our makeshift lean-over shelter. Completing the game's tutorial, we decide it was a good time to save our progress. Now, as we take one look around our campsite, we decide to ourselves, how can we clean this place up and make it look nice? We decide to take inventory. We locate a good position for our pile of rocks. Our pile of sticks. We think we discovered a good place for them. We drop our couple cloths down. We drop our kindling and knife near the fire. We find a place for our plant fibers. And after all that hard work, we missed our first sundown on our deserted island. Tune in next week for episode 2, where we try to survive the night. Maybe we'll build a boat, maybe we'll build a shelter, maybe we'll just relax, and enjoy ourselves.